Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive, front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive. Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Big chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Zaire Emery. Rice. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, played through for the wide man. This looks promising. Hit into the... It's a mighty effort! He's done very well to get to that.
De Bruyne is offering a wry smile there.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
No foul, says the referee. Zaire Emery. De Bruyne. Now, this could be a chance. And it's Rice. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Lovely feet. And this is De Bruyne. Has a look and plays it forward. Al Kubasi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. De Bruyne is wide and looking to get onto this. Mbappe! Whatever he had in mind. Shapes to shoot! Tchouaméni. So we're still where we started right now.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
De Bruyne. That's good play. Zanetti. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Vinicius Junior! And for a moment, time stood still. That has ended up in no man's land. Looking for a runner. Brilliantly cut out. Haaland might just make this. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Drives it in.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Driving forward. And he's made sure that's not getting through. De Bruyne. Shot and the finish! De Bruyne. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Zaire Emery. That could spell real chance! They've scored! 100 games of service, duly rewarded. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Chouameni.
Vietnam really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Might be danger here. Kubasi. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. And the shot! Chouameni.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, good spread. Back into the middle. And the pass is intercepted. De Bruyne. Mbappe.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That has not gone well. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vincent Baini. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Reflections on the first half?
Vietnam really have looked very good in transition, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Vietnam go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Vinicius Junior, and he shoots! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected.
Oh, what a mistake! Just the keeper's a big great chance! Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Now it's Haaland.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Can he finish? He's got a goal! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead. Rice has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Nice interception, well timed.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Oh, that was vital. Good and a chance! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 23.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
25.
So all square and not for the first time.
10.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Number 8.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Substitution in
And
progress.
he's straight offside. De Bruyne, lovely pass, but can he get there? Vietnam, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Chouameni, Marmouche. And it's Simons. Oh, delightful ball. And he's onside. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Belletti, nicely weighted ball. Turns and goes back. De Bruyne. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Marmouche. Oh, they could break here. Beckham. Great vision. And that has found him in acres of space.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is goes for a shot! Oh, taken with style! And they're back in front! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Substitutions taking place.
Vietnam are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score.
Decent chance! He scored! And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Vietnam go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
That looks a good cross. Xavi Simons. For Olise. Beckham. Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
There will be
Well,
5
everything up
minutes
to the
added
final
time.
pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Simons. Oh, what a ball! Pulisic. Valverde. Oh, that's clever. Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. 5 minutes to add. Marmouche, he's shifting through the gears here. And that is that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him.
Header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Knocks it into space. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Well, that looks a decent ball. Ndika spots it and intercepts. Rice. Chouameni. Rice. Now it's Haaland. Baini. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
No, that's been intercepted. He won't be happy with that one. Lahm going full tilt down the left. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neuer claims comfortable. And they can counter here. Brazil couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Haaland. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. Spread neatly. Gravenberg gets into a good position. And he knocks it clear. Brazil have got it back and they'll have another go.
Kohler really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's gone for a throw-in.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And it's Lahm. Looking to play him in. Vietnam, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Ah, he'd have done well to reach that. Ah, and that pass just didn't quite work. Nuno Mendes.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Neuer. And they're back on the ball again. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. Nuno Mendes. Nice control. Oh, right place, right time.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Can he spark a counter here? Gravenberg. Yamal. Can he latch on to this? Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And that could set him on his way. And that's been won straight back. Tries to play it through. Now it's Haaland. Nuno Mendes. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Hakimi. Nuno Mendes. And it's Rice. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's looking wide. It's a promising position. Here it is, crossed in. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Haaland. And Mendes. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back on the way.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, it's come loose. Haaland. Nuno Mendes. This looks promising. Great ball, and he's in here. And shifted it to the flank. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Brazil finding their passes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. An instinctive delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Yamal is in a really good position out wide. And it's Gravenberch.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Can he finish? It's a goal! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 20.
Vietnam
Mbappe.
have taken the lead.
Coming on the field.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Welbeck. Substitutions
Ekitike.
taking place.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout...
He's had a shot! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
And a quick reminder today to please take all litter bins located by the entrance gates. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Raphael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter. He's tough in the tackle and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Aimed beyond the defence. That's good vision. No, that's been intercepted. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Messi. The ball has bounced loose now. Yeah, that pass isn't the best. And the shot! Not the most convincing of passes. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both.
He's got tall. Oh, crossbar! Beckenbauer. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's found a way through. Valverde. And this is Messi. Tchouaméni. And the counter is on. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Valverde. And this is Marmoush. He has found the way through. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He's being urged to shoot. Still goalless at the moment. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. Best! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Best can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Nice physical challenge. And it's De Bruyne. Great vision. De Bruyne. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. Yaya Toure gets it away. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Messi couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire. The decision...
Shot, surely! It's there! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And that interception was most necessary. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Suarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Could move up a gear here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Messi, and that could set him on his way. Suarez could try cutting inside here. Valverde. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, they could break here. Mbappe.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now, this could be a chance. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Beckenbauer. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Rijkaard. And he's cut it out. Marmouche. Can he spark a counter here?
Added time.
Over to the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Best. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Vietnam leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, there's a probing ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And De Bruyne! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Argentina are looking to go forward now. And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Zaire Emery, and it's played. It's a mighty effort! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required. Vietnam couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Argentina are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That looks a good ball through. He's on it, can he get away? And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here. Luis Suarez! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Number 20.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Number 6. Welbeck.
Argentina can breathe again, just.
Number 41.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Messi really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Zaire Emery, very much a player of the moment. Oh, no joy this time. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Pulisic goes steaming forward. Oh, well measured. Zaire Emery. Now, what about this cross? Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. It's gone for a throw-in. Now it's Rice. Rice gets into some real chance! And yes, it's there! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward. And the oh, what a mistake! Time and again they are repelled. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's a sharp little ball here. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, important interception. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zaire Emery was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Welbeck. That is a brilliant interception. Pedri. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time, and he was alert to it. Vieira. Collar. A heavy challenge. And there goes the final whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done.
Please be made aware.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Vietnam definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.